Alright, I have about 4 days to get this truck as complete as I can.
All it takes is one job, oh yeah. All it takes is one job, and everything is gonna be okay.
Of course, we only have a cab, so none of the body's gonna be on there besides that cab. It's going over to be cut and buffed over at Level here in St. George. I need to put together as much of this as I can to make it show worthy as possible here as a project in progress. They even have, I think they even have a classification for that at the show. In progress vehicles or under construction. We got the motor in on Friday. Got our bolts shaved down here on the AC compressor, so we should be able to take that AC compressor out if it needs to be replaced. All we have to do is everything. So, Lordy, I don't even know. I guess we'll get started. The first things we need to do is make sure to get this trans dipstick in here, because you cannot put it in here after the cab is on. Okay. While we're here, we should get this brass tucked up. There's 17 millimeters, so that should screw somebody up in the future. Nobody. There she is. Alright, we need to put our trans cooler mount on here. The brake line needs to loop through it. Slide that on there. I'm gonna use some nylocks on these so I never have to worry about them. I got this on. I'd like to hook up my power steering lines, but I'd like to get the electronic shift. It's like a position notifier, basically. Tells the computer what gear it's in by what position this little cog is on for our shifter. So I'd like to kind of get some of that stuff done before I get my drive line in the way and stuff. The instructions for installing one of these new plugs was very specific that you have it in neutral. So what I did was I moved this around with my pliers here until it felt like all the way back felt like it was neutral lock. I put the drive line in just to turn it, and it was in fact in park, and then I moved it over. If you see right here, it has a little arrow and an in. That's neutral position. Just now noticing that. And so that's handy dandy. But they have this little lock on this piece here that you'll remove after you're installed. So the tranny and this plug will know that they're both in neutral, and you'll be good to go. As you know, we had this all together at one point in time. Alright, let's get our AC lines en route here. It's going to go under here. This guy is going to hook up on here. Then our heater hoses here. One's going to go like that. The other one's going to go up here. I'd like to get this oil filter filled before we do that though. It's probably good enough. Take this little bit that we leaked on here. Rub that on your seal. Screw that bad boy back on without spilling it. Then what you want to do is rip off the Napa sticker. And you want to stick on a company sticker. Much better. Now, you can hook up your heater hoses. I was able to find some of these squeeze clamps like the factory Dodge had. Fit for that. Ow! That really hurt. Anyway, so that's gonna hurt for a while. All right, we need to take a couple of clamps all the way up this guy to this little junction, which is barbed, and I don't think that we need clamps on it, but I'm gonna put clamps on it anyway so it doesn't make anybody nervous. The tabs pointing the same way. Let's try to get this drive line in here. Oh baby. Let's lick it and stick it. Got our new seal on there. Drive line's in. Alright, I'm doing the return line on our pump here. I need to change this out because this has a regulator in it and we don't want to be using that regulator anymore. Our fuel pump is internally regulated, and so it has its own return. That's right here. We need to hook up another return into this fuel tank. I probably showed you this in another video where I made this metal plate, so I just need to put another return in that, and that'll be our fuel system. But this does have to come out, this bolt has to come out, and it has to be like a high flow so we can run a little more fuel through it. So take that little top screw out. That should give us the room for this guy. Alright, we're going to put a little oil on the seals just to make sure they get a good seal on there. Diesel likes that kind of stuff. 24 pounds, so it's not that tight, okay? So I need that 3/8 hose bung, so I've drilled another hole in my super duper plate here. I'm going to weld this from the back, just like I did this other one. So we got our new 2 returns, one for the pump, one for the injection pump. There we are. The problem solved. Alright, last thing we need to do is check if our 35s are going to look right on, fit right. So the plan is to stick the wheel tire on and try to mount the fender up as best we can. This is the wheels that I painted the other day. And these are some mock-up tires to see if they'll work. Holy schneider, that's a lot of tire. Alright, let's try to mock up a fender. Well, it doesn't look bad. I thought they'd be too big. But that's about where our fender's going to be. The tire's rubbing the control arm just a touch. Looks good. I love the wheels. Those are Detroit steel wheels. They're kind of a square body knockoff kind of look. The square bodies never came, or these wheels never came in an 8 lug though for the square bodies, and they didn't come with an 18 on anything. It looks good.
All it takes is one job, oh yeah. All it takes is one job, and everything is gonna be okay.